labor, and the expression of worth, aligning our work with our deepest common values. Strengthen and encourage one another in the way we will be known by our love. Depth tribes feed the world. Labor and the expression of worth. We are the students of the rabbi, the one who says, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am the one who says, I am. And then you remember the disciples, we were all like, hey, Jesus, could you write some of this stuff down for us? And remember, he was like, no, I'm going to let you guys just talk about it, for a long, long time. I'll send my spirit. You'll need to learn to listen. You remember that? I heard a true king will die for his people. And freedom is what we all fear. You can only see yourself in me, and the essence of life is here. Yes, the essence of life is here.
We left it all behind. Then we picked up everything we could. We hoped we could find the center of our love. Hearts and minds are two. Maybe we stretched out way too soon, taking shots in the dark, swinging from side to side, straight through the center of our love.
There are these great ones who have gone before us, those who have embodied great strength, great determination, those who have shown us the way, those who give us inspiration to move forward. I heard there's a train bound for
the center of our love. Center of our love.
I am, I am, I am, I am the true king. I am, I am, I am, I am the true king. When we find ourselves exhausted in any particular form that we are practicing, it is good to exhaust ourselves again and again and again and again, until all ye who labor, all ye who are heavy laden, come to me, and I will give you rest. There is a seed, and it goes into the ground, and it dies. Roots go down into the soil. Leaves start reaching up into the sky, spinning light now into energy, photosynthesizing, death and resurrection. It is good to exhaust ourselves again and again and again and again until there has been a peace made around this exhaustion. Oftentimes we find ourselves stepping away from that form, exploring other forms. This is a really important part of our spiritual process. In fact, it is what the one we call Jesus showed us when he showed us how to die and be reborn. We are to have that experience, even within the context of our own religion. We must see a spiritual evolution in ourselves over the years. And if we are afraid of evolution itself, we may think that our faith is supposed to be some kind of static, unchanging expression. And that, as we see, is not what it means to be like Jesus. All of our wisdom practices point us to service. So any authentic healing journey will lead us into healing that which is in here, out there, and vice versa. So we begin to become familiar with the death and rebirth process. It is not just something that happens one night at church camp. It is a over and over again experience. And if we are unfamiliar with this death and rebirth experience, if we are having some kind of static, stuck experience, then it may be because we have not left behind the forms that we need to leave behind in order to come into the new. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. That's what I heard. This is a lesson that's coming long and hard from one of my greatest teachers, whose name is Tim Bence. Tim and I had such a powerful admiration for him, and he showed me so much and gave myself, his whole family, Jolie, Mariah, Rebecca, and Tim, they gave our family so much acceptance and just always welcomed us into their home, and such a beautiful thing. And I noticed that at some point I felt like I was moving on from whatever current iteration of Christianity Tim was engaged in. Timothy. He likes to be called Timothy. You like to be called... Anyway, the point is that now, as I reach out to one of my greatest teachers, he has no audience for me. And I think it's because he had to move past me, right? Whatever it was that I was showing him probably is not what he's manifesting in this world anymore. And if we are to meet, it will be on a higher plane. Because there is depth, right? There is depth. We can choose depth. And if we choose weakness, we will not develop depth, because you must be amazingly strong and amazingly disciplined and have great endurance if we expect to maintain any kind of depth in this world. And I certainly have shown a lack of strength and commitment and devotion in my life. That is true. And also, there has been a great show of commitment and devotion. There's something that keeps coming back. And that something is that which allows me to stand here speaking these words today. So, I will pray for a deeper heart of devotion, for a deeper commitment, a deeper love, and I will pray that I will once again meet these great teachers on that higher plane to which we are all aspiring. There is a great exhaustion that has come upon the rational mind. It's like in that movie War Games, when the computer finally understands that every iteration of tic-tac-toe ends in draw, and that there is no logical end to nuclear holocaust. The rational mind is now being integrated in the individual and in the species, and put to the service of the great I Am. This is where the combined strength of our rational mind and our metaphorical storytelling mind come to grips. We must listen to the great teacher as the great teacher has been made manifest in the archetypal faces of our past. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Henry David Thoreau, civil disobedience. I realize that all of these images and their philosophies are not completely aligned, but that's the whole point. In every iteration of the one consciousness, we see a part of the truth. Karl Marx showed us that we had been alienated from our labor, and this, my friend, is absolutely true. Experimented with many different forms of service throughout my life. I went into the National Guard. I was a police officer for 1 year. I did some farming and ranching. I went back to school and became a physical therapist assistant, working one-on-one with the elderly and also people in the outpatient orthopedic setting, working with people whose bodies no longer functioned in the way they used to, meeting people who were looking for help. Hi, my name's Travelin' Trav, and my own journey to find personal freedom has led me to a vision for all of us. The vision is these depth tribes. As we strengthen tribe members, we deepen our tribes. And depth tribes will feed the world the next level of consciousness that we are so in need of to solve all the diverse and many problems that we see popping up all over our planet. Labor and the expression of worth, aligning our efforts with our deepest values. Strengthening a tribe member deepens the tribe. Depth tribes feed the world.
Center of our love. Center of our love. The center of our love.
Please commit to a monthly donation to Travelin' Trav's work. Every little bit helps. $1, $2, $5, $10, $25, $100 a month. Travelin' Trav sure appreciates your support.